iPhone 6 release date. News and features. Apple has officially announced the iPhone 6, the 8th generation of iPhone, at a special event in Cupertino, as well as the iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. Tim Cook has also treated us to the watch. If you want to get a feel for the handset, head on over to our Hands on iPhone 6 review, and keep an eye out for our iPhone 6 Plus and Watch early reviews. The competition has never been tougher for a new iPhone, with the HTC One Meter 8, Samsung Galaxy S5, LG G3 and Sony Xperia Z3 surpassing the iPhone 5s in terms of size, specs, power and performance. Apple needs to pull something very special out of the bag to keep itself relevant. So what does the iPhone 6 bring? We've got all the latest details on Apple's new iPhone right here, just for you. iPhone 6 release date. You'll want to know when you'll be able to get your sweaty mitts on the iPhone 6. The good news is you won't have to wait long, with the iPhone 6 release date set for September 19th. That's a Friday. iPhone 6 price in the United States. On a 2-year contract, the iPhone 6 starts at $199 for the 16GB model. Then it's $299 for 64GB and $399 up front for 128GB of internal storage. If you're looking for a simpler iPhone 6, you'll need to have a lot of money at the ready. The 16GB iPhone 6 will set you back $649, £539, $869. The 64GB model is $749, £619, $999, while the 128GB version is a whopping $849, £699, $1,129 SIM-free. Pre-orders opened on September 12th, but demand has been predictably high and Apple warns that even if you pre-order you might not get your iPhone 6 until October. iPhone 6 design. This is the first of 2 major revisions for the new iPhone flagship. Apple has overhauled the squared-off design which has been with us since the iPhone 4, with the iPhone 6 sporting a more rounded, slimmer body. In fact, it's just 6.9mm thin, making it one of the slimmest smartphones on the market, and rumors about a protruding rear camera lens are also true. It's slightly heavier than the 5S at 129G, while the body measures 138.1mm x 67mm. The power flash lock key has been moved from the top of the handset to the right-hand side, making it easier to hit during one-handed use. On the left-hand side you get the separated volume keys below the mute toggle switch. The shell is metal and the screen subtly curves into it, to create a sense of unity with minimal visible gaps in the construction. iPhone 6 display. The iPhone 6 has a 4.7-inch LED backlit display with a 1334x750 resolution. It's Apple's new Retina HD offering. That means you get a pixel density of 326 ppi, the same as the iPhone 5s. It also pales in comparison to the iPhone 6 Plus, with a Full HD 1920x1085.5-inch screen with a 401 ppi display. But while the pixel density might not have changed, the iPhone 6 delivers higher contrast and wider viewing angles than the iPhone 5s, and it even features an improved polarizer, so that colors look more natural when you use it while wearing sunglasses. iPhone 6 power. The iPhone 6 packs in an A8, 64-bit 2nd generation processor and a next generation M8 Motion coprocessor too. We're also hearing that the iPhone 6 sticks with 1GB of RAM and has the 1.4 GHz dual-core processor, compared to the 1.3 GHz dual-core iPhone 5s. That might not sound like much of an upgrade, but Apple promises that the iPhone 6s CPU and graphical performance are faster than last year's handset even while powering a larger display. The A8 chip is also up to 50% more energy efficient than the A7, and Apple has included a new technology called Metal, which is designed to allow the CPU and GPU to work together to deliver enhanced effects and more detailed graphics than past iPhones have been capable of. So we're likely to see even more impressive games hit the App Store in future. Moving on to the M8 Motion coprocessor. This is a lot like the M7 version found in the iPhone 5s, except that it can now track steps, distance traveled and elevation changes, so it's better than ever at monitoring your activity. In combination with the new Health app, this should be appealing for fitness fans. iPhone 6 camera. Apple has stuck with the 8MP rear camera on the iPhone 6, but it's not the same as the one you'll find on the iPhone 5s. A new wide-angle ISI lens, True Tone Flash, f/2.2 aperture, greater noise reduction, digital image stabilization and a 2x faster autofocus provide even better images. There's also a new Apple design image signal processor built into the A8 chip to improve the way the iPhone 6 handles images. Why photographers should be excited about the iPhone 6 ISI camera. That rear camera can shoot 1080p video. 4K fans, and the SLO and video mode has been boosted to give you the option to record in either 120fps or 240fps. Videos also benefit from continuous autofocus, plus Apple has added a new time-lapse mode to the mix. The front-facing FaceTime camera has also been given some love. It's actually a FaceTime HD camera now, with a f/2.2 aperture, and a new sensor which allows in up to 81% more light. There's also HDR FaceTime video support, ensuring you're perfectly lit. Selfies get a boost too, as there's now a burst mode which can capture 10 shots per second. That, along with timer mode and improved face detection, should make it a breeze to take the perfect mug shot. iPhone 6 battery. With a 50% more efficient processor along with presumably a bigger battery, we're hopeful that the iPhone 6 will have a lot of juice. Apple hasn't revealed the exact battery size, but it claims that the iPhone 6 can keep going for up to 250 hours on standby, 12 hours of talk time, 11 hours of internet use or 50 hours of audio playback, which sounds like a modest upgrade over the iPhone 5s. iPhone 6 connectivity. The iPhone 6 and 6 Plus sports Cat for LTE, offering data speeds of up to 150 Mbps, and it supports LTE coverage for 20 bands, covering over 200 networks worldwide. The most bands covered by any iPhone. iPhone 6 operating system. There are no prizes for guessing the software that's running on the iPhone 6. Apple's latest platform offering, iOS 8, was announced at its WWDC Developers Conference earlier this year, and it's on the new iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. This isn't a total overhaul, but it does add some useful new features and improvements. For example, it includes third-party keyboard support, improved OS X integration, more interactive notifications, a new Health app, and the ability for third-party apps to use Touch ID. iPhone 6 Apple Pay. The iPhone 6 largely seems focused on changing and improving what's already there, but Apple Pay is a genuinely new feature. Essentially, it uses the iPhone 6's new NFC chip to allow you to make contactless payments. This isn't a new idea, but now that Apple's getting into the game, it might finally start to take off, especially as the company has already partnered with Visa, MasterCard and American Express. Don't get too excited about NFC though, as for the time being the chip in the iPhone 6 only works with Apple Pay.